Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're going to be jumping down into the world of Chainlink, taking a look at what's been going on most recently and what we think is likely to happen next. Now as I get into today's video, if you do find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. If you haven't yet joined us in Discord, what are you waiting for? Check it out. Link is in the description down below. It's a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. So why not go ahead and check it out. Let's jump right down into today's video and we'll kick things off with Chainlink on the 1 hour time frame. So we have Chainlink here paired up with USDT. We're using Binance as a data source. You can see we've had a nice growth here on Chainlink on this 1 hourly. Even this last little bit on the 3rd of November upwards here, we've seen a bit of a decent push to the upside. 58.1%. You can see how during this move to the upside, we're above the 50 EMA and the 50 SMA. And of course, the white line here being the 200 EMA on the hourly chart. You can see that we're testing this and we're finding it as support on this journey to the upside up until recently where we lost the support of the 50 EMA and 50 SMA. Okay, you can see here that we broke these, we kind of then turned it into an area of resistance, right? So since we lost this right here on the 13th of November at 3 a.m., we've basically been looking at the 50 EMA, the red line here being resistance. Right now, we are testing to see whether we can get past it and turn it back into support. This is going to be a critical moment for Chainlink because right here, if we can turn it into support, we can then start bouncing and start moving back to the upside for Chainlink. Okay, so interesting kind of time right now. We are above the 200 EMA again briefly here. So we're hoping to try to turn this into an area of support. Now on this 1 hour time frame, the concern that we have is the decrease in the 50 EMA, 50 SMA with a kind of flattish 200 EMA right here. That allows us to look at this as a death cross looming on our 1 hour time frame. That could be negative. We could see a negative impact on price just as this kind of crosses here. But at the moment, I think if we are standing up okay, we have come down to our equilibrium. Equilibrium being our 50% area between premium and discounted ranges when it comes to smart money concepts. Smart money concepts on the 1 hour time frame still remains in a bullish state of play, although it has never been confirmed. Okay, and what we mean by that is we haven't had a confirmation of our change of characterization by having a BOS here. So it has just kind of changed characterization from its bearish state of play that you can kind of see down at the bottom here, but it hasn't come back around and confirmed that we are bullish, even though we've had this 58% growth. Now, equilibrium is a good key area for us. There are a couple of fair value gaps up the higher range, as well as all of these ones down here on the lower side. So from a smart money concepts point of view, it's really a little bit inconclusive. The move to the downside to me is not as concerning as maybe people might want to think. Some people will be like, look, we're in a trend to the downside. Wow, bearish, wow. But we're not. And the reason for this is simply that we have a 3-wave pattern here, and a 3-wave pattern cannot be inside that first wave one. They all have to contain 5 waves. There's lots of different types of 5 waves, but it isn't a bearish pattern here. Now, if anything, it's flat, it's 335, or more WXYXZ is probably more likely to be the case. And what we look at for that is we have a W wave here, an X wave coming up, and what looks to me like a Y wave. Actually, it's not even there. It's a little bit higher. So W, X, Y, X, and Z. And the reason and the rationale behind that is there are 3-wave patterns internally in all of those movements. And I think it is right in here like that, and then at the very end as well you can see one right here. Okay, that allows you to have a W, X, Y, X, and Z pattern, meaning that we actually have bottomed out on the equilibrium on this micro corrective structure before moving up. So all to play for really here on this 50 EMA, 50 SMA, trying to get that kind of move upwards and trying to get our structures back on track for a bit of a push to the upside. Now take a look at it from the daily standpoint here. I haven't actually got, let me close that one off for a second there and just go ahead and throw in smart money concepts. There we go. So smart money concepts here on the daily time frame is also bullish. It hasn't got any break of structures to confirm it though. So you can see here there's a change of characterization from the bearish state of play that was up here. Beforehand, when we were just trading sideways, we were just basically going between these areas. And you can see that we had our bearish structures with break of structures on the left-hand side here. This was confirmation that we were moving down. We then flipped and turned and flipped and turned, but we haven't still got a break of structure up here to kind of confirm that we are bullish on the market. So at the moment, it is what it is. Now, when we take a look at this, we do have an upward trend move here for Chainlink. We are just going to check. I think we have hit the 1.618. I'm pretty certain we did. Yeah, we did. That was what that white line there was symbolizing. So we've kind of triggered that. So our wave 3 can complete here, which means we are looking for a wave 4. And once that kind of wave 4 is complete, which can be this little mini correction that we see, we'll be looking for that final 5th wave move higher. It's also possible that we continue this move down, but I don't think so. We are down in the oversold area on the daily stochastic RSI. So if we are to have completed our correction here, then we are going to be targeting out a really small wave 3, which would look a little bit odd for Chainlink in comparison to where the rest of the structures were going, but it would put us at about $16.55 to about $18.34 on the higher side. That's if we wave 4 has already bottomed just here. As you can kind of see, we had a deeper wave 2 than we would on the wave 4. This is actually pretty typical. Wave 2 is usually a lot deeper than the wave 4. Wave 4 is usually 38.2% retracement, and a wave 2 is usually 50 to 88.2% retracement. Obviously, 38.2% retracement here would actually put us more down towards equilibrium. So, we would be normally looking to move down more towards $10.93 than we would have been just to bounce where we are. But, it is what it is, and it'll be interesting to kind of see how this plays out. Is wave 4 complete or not? It's also possible that maybe wave 3 hasn't completed, and this little move up here that we're currently seeing is the wave 3 high, and then we have that big retracement for the wave 4 before pushing up into the 5th wave. We'll know more about that in due course. Right now, we do not know until we kind of get through the next little bit here, but it does look like it's progressed quite nicely. Now, on the weekly standpoint, I'll go ahead and also grab hold of my cheeky crypto SMC. Here we are. Yeah, so we've just changed into a bullish structure right here. So we can see on the weekly time frame, we have a change of characterization from our bearish state of play into the bullish state of play. We're above the 200 EMA, that's the white line, above the 50 EMA, that's the red line, and the 50 SMA, which is your yellow line. Everything there is looking okay. Now, obviously, we are reaching the upper area of our structures, in my opinion. We're going to be looking for that last little push upwards into that kind of 5th wave movement so we can have a bigger retracement to the downside. Obviously, we can speculate as to kind of where things are heading here. You can see $700 as a potential here for Chainlink to kind of get its blast off top, with the main areas of consolidation really being between $106 and $246. That's the main area of interest for me. Now, here we can see a potential structure that is going to be taking us up quite nicely, which will put us into a 5-wave pattern, right? So if we have our wave 1 here looking to kind of complete at that $18 level, our wave 2 is going to be the big buying opportunity. Okay, that's the 50 to 88.2% retracement that you see back down into our accumulation zone before we get this really big wave 3, which I think will be hitting up at around $100 before dropping into a wave 4 and then finally finish off into that 5th wave movement, which will put us around $200. Now, of course, if wave 3 really does go for it, we could potentially see this thing going up and heading towards that $700 level. But again, we won't know that until we get closer to the time. All we do know at the moment is that this is mapping out quite nicely for a wave 1, meaning that we do pull back into this accumulation zone for a wave 2, and then we have one hell of a blast off. So that's the area that we do want to be kind of getting in on for Chainlink, and an area where we can either go long on the market using leverage and targeting out kind of that $100 level with a nice tight stop loss, which apparently is something that I can't do here because it's so broad. There we go. So we do something like this and we'll pull that up there. Let me just go ahead and put that in. And so you can kind of see that there is some serious potential here for some good profit to be taken. You'd basically put your stop loss just below the swing low there as well. So if you were to do any decent kind of leverage-based trading, you could probably go quite heavy here with a 45-to-1 risk-reward ratio over the entire bull market, in my opinion. But again, that's just my opinion. Do understand that there's a lot of risks involved in trading cryptocurrencies. And if you are to be trading, then, you know, if I was to be trading, I should say, I would be using BitGet, which is my kind of go-to platform for, you know, 90 to 95% of my trades. There is an affiliate link in the description below. So if you are interested and haven't yet signed up to BitGet, why not go ahead and check it out? If you do use the affiliate link in the description below, you are eligible for up to, I think it's like $8,000 of deposit rewards and bonuses, depending on how much you deposit to the platform and trade on the platform and all of those good things. Just make sure you're aware of all of the risks involved. All of the details can be found in the description down below. So for everything going on for Chainlink here, it's looking okay. I'm still thinking a small push upwards before we've pulled back down into the accumulation, which I have currently between $5.13 and $8.94. And I think there's going to be the last opportunity to really kind of get involved in Chainlink before we start to see a really significant surge in price that will dwarf what we've already seen. I'm going to leave this video right there though, guys. If you have found it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Until the next one though, guys, have a fantastic day.